Welcome back, welcome back. It is so great to have this show again. It's yet another Wednesday, and thank you for tuning in again. Today's topic is, why do women fail to celebrate each other's success? Ooh. Now, we are gonna devour, we are gonna dive, we are gonna dissect this one and really dig deep and check, where do we go wrong? Yes. And where does this thing come from? Mm-hmm. But before we get all too serious and mushy and all of that, we are gonna talk about our Women Crush Wednesdays.
Yes.
And you go first.
Well, my Women Crush Wednesday is a musician. Mm-hmm. She is a mother to a beautiful baby boy. Mm-hmm. She is an activist for women's rights. And she's an activist against women and children abuse. Nice. She is none other than the woman who gave us Run Away with Me. Sissy That's also known as Sissy.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one. Well, my Woman Crush Wednesday, I think, she will resonate with this conversation today, because she broke the stereotype when she ended a male-dominated industry, and she is thriving in it, I'm telling you. Girl. She is also a businesswoman, and she is has her own brand that does watches and also does customized furniture as well. Yes. She is a mommy, and she's the one who gave us Mama Kyra, and her name is DJ Zinte. Yes. She also opened the Film and Understanding Sound and Entertainment Academy, where she teaches young women how to DJ and be just like her and shine, honey. So that's my Women Crush Wednesday. And let's dive right into it. Why do you think that women cannot celebrate one another's successes?
I think it all comes down to society. Mm-hmm. I think society has taught us as women to see one another as competition. Mm-hmm. And that has made it so hard for us to celebrate the little things and to celebrate each other's achievements and successes. Mm-hmm. So I think it all comes down to the role society has played in us being unable to celebrate one another.
I think also the media has played a role in pinning women against each other. So we see each other as that competition. I need to look prettier than you. I need to do better than you. And I think it's all in a negative form, though, because it's not in a way that betters the other person, but it's in a way that I want to make sure that I dim your light.
Yes.
You understand? It's not like I want us to both shine, but maybe shine better than you. That like motivates me to do better for myself, but I want to dim your light. So it's like we see each other as competition, and we want to tear each other down every second that we get. So I think the media has had a hand in that as well, in how women cannot support one another, cannot be there for each other, cannot stand up for one another. I think it has played a role in us just seeing each other as enemies and just ready. If I see another woman, then I'm just ready to attack that woman. Wow. If another woman sees me, they're just already on defense and attack mode. Even if we go to a party together, like with women in that party, you would see that there's side eyes going on in that party. Right. But when you look at all the gents, they're all mingling and having fun and all of that. But the women, one will be sitting in that corner already eyeing the other one, giving the other one a dirty eye, already not liking the other one. But we haven't even spoken. So how do you know that you don't like me if we haven't even said hi to each other? So I think, so I think we need to change that. We need to change that. And I think I would say that maybe it's something that's already in our nature. I don't know.
No, it can't be in our nature when it's something we can't change. It's something bad that we are doing, and we need to move away from it.
I think so too. I think I can agree with you when you say it's something that we can change. I think that's why we're having this conversation today. So to shine a light on that and show people that what we are doing is actually not helping us grow as women. It's not helping us progress and be successful in life.
Exactly.
Like we need to assist each other. We need to have each other's backs. You know what I mean?
Because I've never understood why women feel the need to break each other down in order for them to feel like they're thriving or they better, you know. Just help one another.
I think so too. And I just feel like men are more, the reason why men, this is just my observation, I think why men are more successful and in whatever that they do is because they don't have this problem of seeing each other as competition, but rather they see each other as fuel to push each other to be better. So a guy would see the same age group guy, or maybe they used to study together. And then Monba, this person is successful, maybe they have a good job or they have a car and stuff like that. But instead of being jealous and try to dim their light and speak negatively about that person, they're going to be like, you know what, I need to start putting out my CVs. I need to start working on myself. I need to, because I can see that my age group is elevating in life, so I also need to catch that moving train. But women, they will always try to spread rumors about you and start, doing nasty things behind your back and around you, just so that people don't see that you are succeeding. They can even go as far as saying, because they are working, or because she graduated or something like that. They will always try to associate something good that you're doing with negativity on the side.
I get what she's saying, which comes down to the fact that women need to stop looking at success as a threat. When you see what is successful, you need to look at that success and say, I also want that for myself, but not in a negative way. You need to be encouraged by someone else's success.
Yes.
Don't see someone else's success as Ubani is acting as if or something like that. No.
Be encouraged.
Take that and be encouraged to do better for yourself as a woman.
I think it should fuel that fire in you to progress and do more, you know what I mean? And not be offended by it.
No.
Some people are offended by other people's successes.
Like, when I see someone succeed, I'm gonna be like, ooh, I wanna be like you when I grow up.
You know what I mean? Like, we need to have women as role models.
Exactly.
I think the reason why we do Women Crush Wednesdays is because we want to shine a light on women that are doing great in our country.
Exactly.
And just all around in Africa. We want to shine that light on them so that you guys can see them as role models and want to aspire to be like those women. I think women should want to be like other women, aspire to be and be great and not see each other as threats.
Yes.
You see, that's the point of us having the Women Chat Wednesday, to shine a light on those women and to celebrate women's successes, so that we also kind of want to get on that moving train instead of being negative.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I feel like women need to stop mocking one another on things that women have no control over. Because I've been seeing a lot of negativity on social media, and it worries me. Because when people see a woman is successful, she's got a good job, she's happily married, she's got children, everything seems to be going well. Now women see, well, okay, there's nothing that I can bash this woman to bring her down. So now they start attacking the appearance. You might be wearing Gucci, but you're ugly, you make expensive brands look fake because of your appearance, terrible. And that's wrong. We need to move away from bashing one another.
Absolutely, I love what you're saying, because I feel like women like mocking each other and putting so much pressure on each other with things that we have no control over. Because when someone is telling me that when are you getting married, your age is at this point now, you should be married, you should be having kids at this point because your time is running out, you're 30 something or something like that. Those are things that you have no control over. You have no control over when this guy is going to propose to you. Exactly. That's one important factor that we forget when we mock other women for not being married, is that they don't propose themselves. You get what I'm saying? So they have no control over the situation, right? And they have no control over when they can have kids, because I cannot just want to have kids for the sake of having kids because now I'm at a certain age. What if I haven't met the right person to father my children? I can't just have a weirdo be the father of my kid just because my friends have children and I am running out. You know what I mean? I feel like we should be encouraging each other to get into business, to better ourselves, to study, to graduate, to do things like that, things that we have control over. Because what is the point really of you mocking me and pushing me and putting pressure on me to do things that I have no control over? Exactly. What is the point?
And I feel like this thing you were touching on of people being pushed to have children, being pushed into marriage, is really, it's wrong. Because some people submit to the pressures and now they end up having children. They're not emotionally ready, they're not financially ready to be parents, and that's just wrong. Like, can we stop pressuring each other?
Yes, I think also it's because we're gonna go back and say society, because society has made us feel like that is what women are only good for. That's the only thing that they are good for, having kids, being married, and being submissive to that man. That's all that you are good for. Then I feel like also we've made to think that being married or having children is a woman's success.
It's not.
That's what's associated. That's what's associated with women being successful. Is if they have kids and they get married at a certain age or at a certain time in their life. And I think we need to move away from that, because that's not what success is for anybody. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think there's so many other things that we should be encouraging and pushing each other to go do rather than that.
I feel like we need to redefine what it means to be successful as a woman. Because for some people, you may be a woman, but you don't plan to have children.
Yes.
But then society will look at you like, girl, what's wrong with you? And there's nothing wrong with you.
Maybe you can't have kids. They'll have all sorts of name calling.
Even if you cannot have children, like, people need to stop mocking people about that. Because people go to nasty levels. They can't have kids and that. And I'm like, why are you saying such hurtful things?
Some people, it's their personal decisions. I know a lot of women that took a personal decision not to have kids.
And you're entitled.
And they have no problem. It's just a personal decision that, listen, I don't want to raise a child in this kind of society, in this kind of world. Others have a variety of reasons why they don't want to have kids. So I feel like when people are being mocked for things that it's their personal decisions, and some of them are just not in their control, maybe you can't have those kids. So, and women have a way of kind of like bashing you and putting you down. And I think this is a very crucial and critical time that women should be actually standing together and being a unit, because I feel like the society that we live in, this world that we live in, there's this patriarchy that has been there for centuries. And I feel like there are certain institutions that live by this patriarchy. And now, Nati, we are submitting to this patriarchy.
Exactly.
We are now pushing its agenda. We are helping it thrive, instead of like, we pikisa and tell them that, listen, we deserve better positions at work. We can be CEOs. We can do whatever that we want to do and be great at it, at that. You know what I mean? Because there are certain things that they will say, no, a woman cannot be this. A woman cannot be that. I know that in certain parts of the world, women still aren't allowed to drive.
What is?
Women are still not allowed to work. There's so much, you know what I mean? I think as a South Africa, we've progressed, but I still think in the working field, right? I think right there is where the problem lies, because I read up that only 20% of women are in managerial positions and executive positions in this country. Like 20%.
Only?
Really?
That's not
20%? Really? I
feel like with that being said, I feel like women need to start wanting more for other women. Can we stop aiming so low? Can we want to get into influential positions and just be there.
Yeah, be interested in politics, be interested in economics, be interested in business, because that is where it's male dominated. That is where it was for your lives. That is where you can be influential.
Exactly.
And it could change the women's position in society and how women are looked at. Because I feel like also with the previous elections, we were robbed of a great woman that could have been a president. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma.
Exactly.
I think we were robbed of that woman being president. And when I'm looking at this country at this point, I don't think we are so far at having that female president. And mainly because of things such as women are weak. Women are emotional. They can't be in power. They can't have power because they are emotional and weak and all sorts of things. So what I think though is that we are not doing enough as women to change that perspective.
Exactly.
We're not doing enough, but instead I feel like we are pushing that narrative and we are helping
even more.
We are helping it.
I feel like we as women, we need to be brave enough to break barriers and just go into male dominated industries and just want to be there and make differences for women, because men aren't really going to include us if we are not forcing them about
and it starts with supporting each other, being a unit as women, standing up together as women and fighting to break down those walls, to break down those barriers, everything that was put in front of us, saying that no, this is a no-go area for women. We should be kicking down those doors and saying, hey, we are here. Absolutely. It starts with that. And I feel like a lot of women are just like, oh my God, men treat us this way. They treat us so like this and that. How can men ever treat us better if we ourselves are not treating each other with kindness and better? Like, how can they ever see us as human beings that need to be treated as equals, that need to be treated with respect? If we don't treat each other with respect, I think we teach them how to treat us. And the treatment that we give each other is how they feeding off how we relate with each other.
Because we set the tone.
Absolutely.
If I'm treating Andy nastily, a man is going to see that and is going to think it's okay to treat women that way because they do it to each other. Yeah.
So what's the problem if I do it too? So I feel like we need to treat each other with kindness. We need to be supportive of each other. We need to stand together, men as women, and just be a unit and unite. Because there is no way that men can ever treat us any better, treat us with any respect, if we don't give that back to each other as women. Because we need to show them how we should be treated. It's like it's like as if they already know that because we see each other as enemies, it's so easy for them to pin us against each other. Because you could be in a relationship and you catch a guy cheating on you, for instance. But the first thing that you're gonna do,
you're gonna attack the woman.
You're gonna attack the woman. But with that woman. With that guy. But the guy knows that I could never be an enemy in the lady's eye. So I'm gonna go for that woman. You know what I mean? So it's so easy for them to pin us against each other because they already see that sesi enemies. So what's the point? You know what I mean? So I think we need to change that narrative. We need to change that perspective. We need to change that behavior. We should stop giving in. We should stop pushing. We should stop helping push that narrative that women are weak. Women cannot do A, B, C, D. Women are only good for being married and being submissive to a man. We should stop being... we should just stop.
We definitely need to stop. I totally agree. And with that being said, I also feel like family dynamics play a huge role in us females being unable to celebrate each other. Because for me, growing up, when we'd visit my grandparents, you'd see that when we're going home, during the visit of Mansakoba, when male are getting huge pieces, but right now females only get wings. I'm like, oh, I want that thigh. The thighs are looking good, you know. And I feel like it all of that contributes to this thing of us women seeing, but okay, and I feel like that needs to change. Family dynamics need to change. We need to teach young females, you're valued and you can achieve whatever.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you when you say, family dynamics play a huge role because it's in how now you are indirectly teaching that boy to know that they should think less and of a woman. When you telling them that they should get a bigger piece or whatever, something like that. And I know this because also for me, I have a younger brother. I'm 4 years older than my brother, but you'd see that if he leaves the house at night, nobody's really bothered. But I can never really do that. But I'm this old, you know what I mean? In a way, it's like I still have to ask for permission. And I'm thinking, here's this 19-year-old younger than me is able to move freely up and down and do whatever he pleases. And that is how we are being brought up. So indirectly, we are being taught, even if they're not saying it directly, but we are being taught something that I, as a woman, need to submit and always be, apologetic about things and stuff like that. And a man can do whatever that pleases them. So I think also I really agree with you when you say family dynamics play a huge role in this. We need to change the way, as parents need to change the way they raise their children. They should show them that they are equal. They
Even
can both do
brothers
whatever.
need to play a role and step up and say, look, you can be whatever you want. Don't submit to this patriarchy. Just take a stand.
I think the brother will know that if it is being shown by the parents. So if you have a daughter and a son, raise them equally. Show them that they have the same power and they can stand their ground the same way. We are not talking about physical power here. We are talking about mental power. That's what we are talking about. That's what you're going to use in the boardroom. That's what we're talking about. That's what you're going to use in politics. That's what you're going to use in business. That's what you're going to use in economics. So we need that mental power to be given by our parents as we grow up and not always be babied as females. So I think that needs to change because even I read up also that 63% of males are paid more than females. So we could be doing the same job. You are male and I'm a female. We're doing the same job, but you'll be getting more than I am. That is wrong. That's that patriarchy. You see what I'm saying? So all these dynamics need to change. But I think also it starts at home, teaching those children their power as those kids. And then as they grow up, that's going to manifest in their interactions with others outside the homestead. So I think also as women, we need to step away from this thing of seeing each other as enemies, seeing each other as competition. Let us motivate one another. Let us encourage one another. Let us empower each other. I hope this conversation that we're having is empowering one woman somewhere right now that is watching, and also empowering and changing the mind of a male somewhere in this world that is like, you know what? No, we need to change how we think.
Women need to stand behind one another and just support each other, guys. Because if we were to unite and come together, the power. Can we please unite and just support each other and stop seeing a success as something that's a threat, because it's not.
It's not. It should fuel you
to
do more, to
Another
progress.
woman's victory should be seen as your victory, because you're also a woman.
And you know what? It starts as little as, my friend, you're so beautiful today. The hair is doing the thing. So let us do that. You are beautiful.
And don't be afraid to say, but I love what you're doing.
Some are even afraid of another lady. They're taking their soul away from them. If we are and if I hear another woman and woman, don't do that.
And when someone is doing something great, encourage them.
Push them further. Support them. Love each other. Encourage each other. Be kinder to each other. Again, it's coming up. Be kind. So I think that brings us to the end of today's show. I loved today's topic. Absolutely loved having this conversation with you guys. I really hope you guys are going to take something from the show. I know that we always take something out of this. So let us push a brighter and more beautiful and progressive narrative for women, please. And let's do it together.
Yes.
Men, women, come together. But first, women, support one another and unite. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. We have enjoyed having you guys here on the show. And Kay is going to take us out.
Yes! So, on our social media platforms, on Facebook, we are at Chit Chat Wednesdays. Also on Instagram, Chit Chat Wednesdays. And please keep on subscribing.
Please subscribe.
Yo.
Thank you.